Hello everybody, I'm really excited because my favorite event has finally returned to Horse. Today the Alebrijes Piñatas have started. The theme is inspired by Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. The detail, the colors in this particular set of piñatas have just made me absolutely thrilled. I think they're really pretty. There's so much color involved, so much detail in the design for the background of the event. This is my favorite theme now. It overtook the circus theme that we had a few years ago. So we're going to talk about the instructions, then we're going to go through and look at the objectives, preparation, how you can prepare for some of these objectives ahead of time, what's a little bit different in terms of the clicks or your meter for the piñatas. It's a little bit different than it was in the past. We're going to look at the gifts then before we talk about the special offer, because the special offer is going to make or break, no pun intended, my decision about whether or not I want to finish this event. So how do we open a piñata? Your piñata will open once you have earned a certain number of points. You can earn points thanks to your clicks on the piñata by using the clicks from your meter or buying mace blows on the black market. Thanks to your clicks from friends, you get 5 points per click from a friend and by completing objectives. We have 2 jackpot divines. The first one is the Falabella Tiny, so we know exactly what Falabella you'll get. It's not going to be a random color. On piñata number 16, you don't have to finish the whole set of piñatas to walk away with a divine. And then we have a new Celtic Divine horse, Medir, on piñata number 20. I think he is wicked awesome. I love all of the Celtics. It's one of my favorite sets in terms of their design, and he definitely lives up to how I feel about all the other ones. He's really cool looking. And we have the golden horseshoes. If you want to collect 2 golden horseshoes in order to take part in the prize draw at the end of the event, just make sure that you open piñatas number 1, and then piñata number 7 will get you your second golden horseshoe. So let's talk about the objectives. I can't go through the tutorial with you because I already completed it on here, but it was really short, especially compared to the other events that we've had in the past for their tutorials. So the objectives. The very first thing, the very first rule of the piñatas is to look at the objectives before you start clicking on a new piñata. This piñata is open for me. If you notice, I have no points for it because I haven't clicked on it yet, and the objectives have not yet been completed. Look at your objective rewards. Look to see if there is an objective that says clicks now earn X points. So right now, my clicks up here, it tells me on the top left that 1 click equals 4 points. My clicks earn 4 points each. If this objective were to say clicks earn 10 points each, or your next click will give you 10 points, do not start clicking on the piñata before you complete that objective. Otherwise, you would have wasted a click on just 4 points when you could have received 10. Now, for this piñata, it's not a big deal because this objective reward is that I get 1 more reserve for your meter, which means instead of 3 reserves or bars, whatever you want to call them, I'll get 4 once I complete this objective reward. And then for this one, it says 1 reserve, 1 bar will fill up every 6 hours. I think right now it's filling up every 8 hours because when I checked earlier, it said that the next recharge was in 8 hours and something. So that's not a problem for this one, but yeah. Number 1 rule, look at your objectives before you start clicking on your piñata. Another important thing to note about the objectives is that they are static for each piñata. It's not like the cakes contest where the objectives were different from day to day and they would refresh. These objectives for this piñata number 3, the armadillo, it will not change. Even if I'm stuck on this one for 5 days, these objectives will stay the same. Even if you complete the objectives, it doesn't matter. You already completed them for that piñata. You're done with those. That's it. So you can look to see what the next objectives are for each piñata. So for the ajolote, you can see that it says sell exactly 3 mashes at once via the store, and it tells you what the rewards are. It also tells you what the prizes are that you'll get when you open the piñata. So these prizes won't arrive until you actually open the piñata. The rewards are for completing the objectives. Do make sure that when you complete a objective that you actually click to validate it. There will be a blue button that pops up that lets you get your reward. And if you can't complete an objective for whatever reason, you can click to skip it. Now, something else important to note about the objectives is that I really advise that you look ahead to see if there's anything that you need to prepare for. Some of these, like the Murciélago, this one's pretty easy and in 3rd position in 3 competitions. Donate 1,000 equus to Al. That's not really something you can prepare for. Monterey, you can't really prepare for that one, but there is one that you have to spend an agent point, or this is a good one, feed a Pegasus. If you don't yet have a Pegasus, go out and buy one or go in the exchanges to see if you can trade for one or if you can buy one. Preparing ahead of time means you won't have to scramble, or if you know that you don't want to bother trying to get a Pegasus, you can just donate a black market item to OW. So maybe you could buy just a cheap item in the exchanges that you can then donate to OW. Or like stroke a horse with a flax and liver chestnut coat. If you don't have one of those, you can go and buy one. So definitely look through the objectives. You can kind of plan everything ahead of time. Look to see if there's something like right here. This is that kind of click reward I was talking about. So when you start Pinata number 14, the Puerco Spina, the reward is to clicks earn 35 points each, except clicks from friends. Maybe write a note, circle Pinata 14 on a piece of paper so that you'll make sure to complete this objective before you start clicking on this Pinata. So I think that's it for the objectives. Now, the meter bar, because this is what's different with the Pinatas. It used to be you would get, say, 6 clicks per hour, and it kind of depended on, the Pinatas have changed over the years. And if you didn't use all 6 of those clicks before they refreshed, you lost that whole set of clicks. We won't have that issue now. This is very similar, if not exactly the same, pretty much to how it works in the mazes. You just want to make sure that these bars don't fill up all the way. So I have 3 meter bars right now. I only have 2 that are filled. I would prefer to keep just this one empty. That way then once it recharges in 7 hours, if I don't then get on to click another 7 hours later, your clicks will not stack up after this, okay? So your limit is these 3 bars right here. And then if you do complete objectives, you can get more bars for your meter, and then your clicks can refresh faster or whatever. Just make sure that you don't max this out because your clicks won't keep stacking on top of that. That's pretty much all that I want to say for that. So how do you ask your friends for help? Click this button over here on the right that has one number over another number. The number on the bottom tells you how many friends you can ask for help per day, and then the number on top is how many you've already asked. So you just click this. I've already asked, and do note that it does charge you Equus to ask for help. And then it tells you right here that each click from your friends brings 5 points to your Pinata. If you want to offer help to your friends, click this button in the middle. All you have to do, this just gives you a player automatically, so you don't actually have to sort through and click on a person. Just click on their Pinata and it clicks right there. This does not use any of your clicks. This is just like a free click, so you can click as many friends as you want. You don't have to worry about using up your own friend clicks here. I think I've got one more. Okay, that should be it. All right, and then this one on the right, don't click this one because this will take you to the page where you can buy mace blows, and you don't want to buy mace blows right now. Another important page is the community Pinata. So every day that you click on this, you can click on this once per day. This is a free click. It won't take any of your regular clicks. Once we open this Pinata, each click from your friends will give you twice as many points. Do make sure that you log in and click on this every day, because twice as many clicks or twice as many points for your friend clicks will be very valuable. Okay, let's look at the gifts real quick. I really like, well, not a whole lot here, honestly. I like most of the later gifts, so these are all the earlier Pinatas, and then up at the top are the higher number Pinatas. Let's look at the Celtic Divine. He is so cool. I love this guy. His perk isn't all that great. Once you complete his prediction, he'll give you an Achilles heel, then he'll give you a Hypnos blanket, and then leather. I love the blankets. Achilles heels are nice to sell. They're pretty easy to get a hold of. Normally, I would not care about the gift for the Divine and the Pinatas because of how much I love this event, but because of the special offer, I'm just not sure right now, and I'll get to that. We're close to talking about that. So the other thing I want to talk about is the new black market item, the Catrina Brooch. I think this one is really cool. What this does is that it adorns your horse for the Day of the Dead, and I think that's why we didn't get like a completely new looking horse like we do with like the Bewitched Pumpkin or the double-sided medallion. It adorns your horse in like an outfit that's appropriate for Day of the Dead. And what's unique about this is that your horse will also receive an exclusive Alebrije companion randomly selected from a total of 21. That means the companion will be one of these Alebrije companions. So you could get the Ajolote, the Amadillo, the Mantarea, the Malpeche, the Puercospin, whatever these Pinatas are, these are the companions that you'll get. Ooh, I'd like to get the iguana. That one's cool. And then the companion will give your horse a bonus of +2, +4, or +6 in a skill. Do note that if you give this item to a horse that already has a companion, that companion is then lost. So I would really like to get this item. I'm sure this will be available in the black market at some point, but it wasn't available for us on the test server, so I don't know how much it cost. Probably 2 passes, because that's what like the double-sided medallion and those other ones cost, especially with the companion on it. But you never know. I hope it won't cost more than that just because it has a companion. Do know also that we will not have a trophy for the companions. It's just a trophy for getting these particular coats for this item, which is really nice because I don't want to have to get like 50 million of these items just to complete a trophy to get 21 companions. So now that we've talked about the items, I'm going to talk to you about the special offer. Usually the piñatas involve points and horns of plenty as a special offer, which is awesome. You get points on top of the gifts that you get. It works like we did for getting those divine cupcakes and Titans challenges for the cakes contest we just had. And horns of plenty are really nice because a lot of players, if you don't like dealing with pass horses, you can just stroke Xanthos a lot, save up your horns of plenty to get free horns of plenty. But on the test server, we got points in golden fleeces. I wasn't worried about it in terms of the cost. Just because that's a 2-pass item, it doesn't mean that the cost will be double. Usually that means you'll just use less golden fleeces. So if it cost 20 horns of plenty, 20 passes normally to complete the piñatas, it would just take you about 10 golden fleeces because that cost would then be equivalent to 20 passes. However, we didn't get points on top of the gifts that we got. When you opened a golden fleece, you would either choose to get a gift or you would choose to get your points. We spoke out about that quite a lot. So the horse team is aware of our thoughts on it. It was probably too late to change the special offer to Horns of Plenty because that's what we asked for at first. You know, we said that we preferred Horns of Plenty for the special offer, but it was probably too late to change that. And then when we found out that we would not get points along with the gift, that you had to choose which you got, then we spoke up about that. And it's possible that they'll change that. I don't know what they're going to change it to. Ideally, it would just be that you open up your golden fleece and congratulations, you earn X number of points. What black market item do you want to choose along with that? Because of how that worked, I just don't know right now if I'm going to complete it or not. I would not nix the event completely until we find out how that special offer is going to work, and I would hope, you know, it'll show that on the golden fleece page before you actually open it. So I'm really curious about it because if we are able to choose, or if we are able to get points on top of choosing our regular black market item from the golden fleece, then I'll complete it. But if not, if you have to choose whether or not you're going to get a gift or get points, I don't think I'm going to complete it because that would be expensive to spend 2 passes on an item just to get points. Although I have enough Nyx packs and Themis' scales in stock and a couple of golden fleeces that I won't actually have to spend passes on this, but I still don't want to use up my golden fleeces if I don't get gifts for opening my golden fleeces. So let me know what you guys think of the piñatas. If you have any questions about any of it, I'm really excited to play this, even if I do just end up playing it through for free because I always really enjoy the piñatas. So thank you guys for joining me today, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.